This video describes the preparation for the Globe 40 round the world race with Class 40 boats. I will describe the atmosphere at the pontoon in Lorient. I will show you the competitors and talk about Lisa Berger, the Austrian sailor who sails with her partner on the boat Wilson, which I will show you these regatta. I will sail with them the prologue. Already the way from my apartment to the port was impressive. Lorient used to be an industrial fisherman town, but now it transferred into a center of ocean racing with a lot of famous teams having their base there. You see a fast trimaran on land which competes on the Jules Verne trophy. The goal is to be the fastest around the world. Here another Banque Populaire X coming from a sea trial. You see they need 2 dinghies to moor. And I was already coming to the pontoon where all the Globe 40 participants were moored. You see here the boat of Lisa Berger in the front. Lisa Berger won the first European Championship in mixed double-handed offshore racing. In 2023 she did the Minisat and made now the next step into the Class 40 and is sailing Globe 40 round the world race. Globe 40 is a two-handed regatta, which means 2 sailors are on board, but for the prologue from Lorient to Cadiz there are 4 sailors allowed, and this is why Lisa invited me to sail with her. The start of the race is in Cadiz and leg 1 leads the fleet to the Cape Verde Islands. The leg 2 then is from Cape Verde Islands to Réunion, passing the Cape of the Good Hope. Leg 3 is from Réunion Island to Sydney, and the leg 4 leads the fleet from Sydney to Valparaiso. Leg 5 is passing the Cape Horn and leads from Valparaiso to Recife in Brazil, and the last leg is from Recife to Lorient, where the world circumnavigation is finished. See, it's really a fantastic race with 12 starts and finishes that leads the fleet in 8 months around the world. First time I saw Wilson, I was completely enthusiastic, and this I want to show you now. The ship is a bit older, but it was completely refitted from Lisa and her partner in the last year. 40 is a very attractive offshore racing class that is in between the mini class, where the ships are 6.50 meters, and the IMOCAs, which are famous from the Vendée Globe. The strong competition in the class, and the Class 40 Association has 775 sailors as members. The class has strict regulations, the box rules. The ships can be maximum 12.19 meters long, 4.50 meters wide. The mast cannot be higher than 90 meters, and the weight is limited to 4.5 tons. Carbon materials are only allowed for the mast, the beam, and for the Janaka bowsprit. Also, the sails are limited. There can be 3 sails using exotic materials. Already saw the cockpit of Wilson. Here you see the central winches that are for the halyards and to trim the sails. On both sides there are 2 winches for Janaka and the Genoa, and in the back there's the traveler for the main sheet. Jade is still working on the backstays. The cockpit of Wilson is quite big compared to new boats, and Wilson sails very wet because the protection is only limited here under the sheets. There are 2 entrances to go inside. Doors are waterproofed, and there's a big space which serves as a kitchen, the navigation center in the center. Down there's a lot of space for storage, and up are the beds where we will sleep. In the front there's a lot of space for the sails and also other material. Here you see the navigation, of course, new instruments, a computer that is used to do the routing. The navigation table are the batteries. The boat has a watt-and-see hydro generator and solar panels to produce energy. What is specific about Class 40 is that it has 750 liters of water tanks which can be pumped from one side to the other side to have better performance. It has a carbon mast and a carbon beam as well as a bowsprit. Here you see two sails on the foredeck. And now I would like to introduce you the boats and the crews. Barco Brasil, Class 40 number 151. The skipper is José Julimé Caldas and the co-skipper is Lucio Bolina, and as the name says, from Brazil. There are two types of bows, a sharp bow and a scow bow. A scow bow you see here, the boat number 187, Belgium Ocean Racing Curium. The skipper is Jonas Gerkens. Co-skippers are Renaud de Hareng, de Gemila Tassin, Benoît Hansberg. Class 40 175 is sailed by Anina Bozaroic from Spain and Axel Pillain from France. Also a scow bow, which are good for broad reaches, but not so good for a close haul or a close reach, which we have in Biscay, and we will see how they will do. Very sympathetic from Great Britain, Jangada Racing, Class 40 152, Richard Palmer and Rupert Holmes. This is for many the favorite, Class 40 202, Credit Mutuel. The skipper is the famous French sailor Jan Lipinski, sailing with Antoine Carpentier and Amélie Grassi. It's also a scow bow. Freedom, Class 40, number 139. The skipper is Thibault Lefebvre and sailing with Benoît Lenglet, François Martin and Maxime Bouchier. Classic Class 40 128, Whiskey Jack. The skipper is Melody Schaffer from Canada and a very international crew. Craig Horsfield from USA, Julia Vira from France, Jesbrand Ernst from Netherlands, and Paul Stadford from Great Britain. Already quite famous in Germany is the next generation boating around the world, Lennart Burke and Melvin Fink, Class 40 189. They had problems with their motor and therefore the boat is on the heart. What was very beautiful with all the boats on the pontoons was that there were coming a lot of visitors. Here you see a photo of a young boy who wanted to come on board and made a photo with the co-skipper of Lisa Yates. This was my first video about the Globe 40. Others will come about the preparation and the start and of course the sailing of the first leg. If you like the video, please leave a thumb, and if you want to see other videos, make an abo, click the bell.